And hello, welcome to my art show. This is what I am going to call our learning board canvas. Anyways, I do plan on decorating it throughout this season of excitement and unexpected twists and turns and scandals. Awesome. Find another art channel with that stuff. All right. So last time I was telling you all about mediums, additives, and how amazing they are and how much I love them and how I am a medium junkie. A little bit. I do tend to buy a lot, collect a lot. And I'm going to show you a small demonstration of a few, just so you can get an idea. If there are some specific ones you want to see that you didn't see, let me know in the comments below and I can do those ones too. Also, I'm going to leave the gels, these soft gels, because basically the molding paste does the same thing-ish, and the liquid gel. These are good for image transferring. If you want to learn how to do that, like to take an image and to transfer it onto your painting, let me know and I can do that for you with these. But for today, I'm going to put them away. They can do lots of things, but also things that we already have happening. Okay, so actually what I'm going to start with is my, where did it go? Acrylic glazing medium. You can tell this is the old, well, it's an old bottle because I've been refilling it with a giant one, but all the new bottles are looking like, I never like change very much. Anyways, so that's the acrylic glazing liquid gloss. I believe they have this also in not gloss, but right now I'm all about the gloss, so I'm like, why would I want that? I'm starting with that because I realized that leftover from my painting I was just doing, I actually have some. This is all my old paint. Right there we have the gloss. Just, and then right there I have a bit of fluid acrylics, which is actually golden gold that has all my paints. That my hands are covered in paint all the time. So anyways, so right there, that's what we have. I used to just kind of lay it out in a dish and just kind of use it with all my colors. It's good for when you're doing lots of thin layers, but you don't want them to run too much. You want to build, so like eyes, making like realistic eyes, colors, having them see through. Glazing, at the end it's really good if, like, let's say you're painting, you want to warm some parts of it up, you use a bit of yellow, you mix it with the glaze. I actually use this to make stripes sometimes. I have to be like really like in my art zone to be able to do it well, but I'll kind of show you. I dip my brush into the glaze and then I kind of, it might be drying out a bit. We might have to abort mission. Okay, let's see if I can do it. Kind of. Anyways, you may see some of my paintings. Okay, it's not that straight. Actually, this ring is kind of throwing me off. There we go. But anyways, so I just kind of, I dip it in the gloss and then I just put the very edge of it there. So that's one thing I use it for. Another thing I'll use it for is, like I said earlier, is just glazing. I'm just too darn tall, guys. So we have some, can we see? Yes, we can. It's iridescent color, so I mean it's really showing up, but I mean, like, you can just kind of put a very, let's see, I'm gonna just hold this up here. I know I'm probably not doing this the right way like all the other cool YouTubers, but I'm doing it my way. Okay, so can you see that? Hold on. It's there, it looks yellow, but it's also sparkly. But anyways, you can do that basically with any of the colors. So that kind of takes care of that. You can keep, yeah, building layers. Like right now, okay, here, let me show you something. If I took, let me think, gold. This is quinacridone burnt orange. So I'm going to take some of this glazing gloss. This is actually like one of my favorite. I have a bigger thing. Again, I still sometimes have this problem where when it's my favorite, I'm like so cautious. Okay, so I got my pile of gloss. Remember, it dries clear, and so we just need to add, like, see, it really, I know I had other pink colors on here, so it really thins it down. So you can see how you can layer the colors. See right there, that's the original stuff. That's how it's, can't see my finger. Good planning, Raylene. Whatever, you can see it. You can't complain, and I'll do it again. Okay, so like, let's say I was building something here on top. See how you can see both the blues and even some of the gold. I'll put it up closer, hold on. And you can, let's see. And then sometimes you just want to, like, varnish over a whole sort of color, or maybe part of it, maybe to make a sunset or to add some clouds on the canvas. And so here, I'll show you the actual without the glaze. So here's the beautiful quinacridone burnt orange. It's got a bit of glaze in there because it was on my brush. But yeah, so here, I'll bring the camera up. Hold on, I'm going to take one more color, yellow, so you can see kind of now when we're blending it. So we're already headed that way. I don't think I need to show it on my palette, do I? Okay, so yeah, you just mix as much as you want. You can mix as much or as little. Like, you're not going to go, nothing's going to get ruined if you go overboard. So I just mixed, I think Indian yellow hue fluid acrylic golden with the glaze. And so see how we can beautifully kind of rainbow it out. There's a lot of cool things. I mean, you play, and what I recommend is just get like 1 or 2 mediums. I think starting with this one is a good one to start with, and a molding paste maybe, and just play. Like I said in the last video, it brings out like this experimentation, like because there are no limits with it or rules or anything, and you don't have to be too careful about, like, because they're all acrylic, they all just mix together. So like play, like have a canvas where you just do stuff on, because then you're going to figure out something that's a technique that is going to be your technique. Like, it's going to be what sets you apart. Maybe that's how I found anyways with how I paint, is I just kept wanting to get like a certain style or a certain look or blah. I kept adding things, and I wasn't necessarily even trying. It just kind of evolved into that because I was always adding different mediums or trying different things, and then I just kind of found, and I think it's still probably like, I'm sure I'm still evolving. So there, it's with less of the, so you can go darker, lighter. Yeah, this is really good color for sunlights, and yeah, and that will be all shiny and pretty. I'm going to show you up close, even though I don't know if that's really helping. You can't see because I'm not there. I'm back here holding the light, but maybe it's making a difference. Well, no. Okay. I'm back. Okay. I'll show you how I use the airbrush medium next. Hold on. In the back. I forgot I was gonna get a lid. I'm gonna be back again. Maybe. Okay. Now I am for realsies back. So you've probably seen my videos, or if you watch my time lapses or see on Instagram, I use a lot of like little containers and jars, baby food jars, and I'm holding them and painting at the same time. This is actually just from, I think, a dry shampoo. I keep both the lids because they're just, as long as they don't have a hole in the bottom, they're perfect size to hold just a little bit, because I mean, you kind of want to use up what you have. And I should have grabbed something clear. Now I say that. You see that? Yeah, it's like it just kind of looks like skim milk. Anyways, and it's like basically like the fluidity is like basically water. And don't get me wrong, you can use water with your paints. just because I do this. I'm just telling you what I do. So all I do is I use this in many different ways. I'm just going to show you one. Okay, so I got some paint on my brush, and just like it was a thing of water, is I dip it in there. Sometimes I put it back on my palette and throw on a bit more. And it basically works the same as the glaze. The more you put on your brush, hold on, see if we can get some drips happening. The more you put on your brush, just like water, and the more you mix it with your paint, the more drips you're gonna get. You can use it like a glaze, where you just, let's continue on with our little rainbow here. Where you can just glaze over in the same kind of way. It's not as shiny, but it's still shiny. It's so shiny. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty simple. I mean, I could show you a lot of things you do with it, but let's just stick to this for now. So that is the airbrush medium. Basically the same as the GAT 100, yeah. I would just add some of that in there, if it's like my very last coat or something, make it extra shiny. They're all mixable, all interchangeable, all fun. Okay, so last is the molding paste medium. You can get that in lots of brands, and I'm going to show you. You usually want a palette knife, any kind. The plastic kind are just fine. I use them forever. I got too spoiled by things like people's generosity, crazy stuff like that. Don't worry, I'm coming back. Okay, I really am. I'm just mean, which means I'm not prepared. I'm just not, yes, prepared. That's the molding paste. You can add any acrylics. It doesn't have to be golden, but this is Amsterdam right here, and so is that. So get a clean palette knife. You probably don't want to put a brush in. Here I have this. This is like an art spatula thing. Oof, that's the other thing, is if the medium gets in here, it's hard to, oh, look who didn't use a clean palette knife last time. That was me. Okay, so depending on what you want to do with it, like, let's say you're just going into an abstract or something, you just want to play around with textures before you put color on it, you can do that. You can go straight on the canvas. So let's pretend this palette is the canvas, okay, and then you start making some, you can make some designs. However you make it and leave it, you just let it dry. This is not the best thing right now. Maybe it works on a canvas. It's not working for me right now. Where did I put all my palette knives? I don't know. It's funny because if you were in my studio right now, you'd be like, don't worry about it. It's all good. Just find it. Take your time. Don't rush. And because it's a video, you're probably like, fuck this. I'm on to the next one. Okay. So yeah, so like I said, so you can do things, probably doing this on a canvas would be better, but I want to make some color in it. So anyways, I think you get the idea. You can make it thick, you can make it thin, blah, 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 blah. Oh no, I grabbed the wrong one. This is the absorbent crowns. Shoot, I'm going to stop this, and then we're just probably going to cut this part out. They look the same, don't they? I'm so confused now. I wonder if it is what I grabbed, and then I just looked at the other one. Oh boy. This is called a trust exercise, guys. Do you trust me or not? Hold on. So maybe no, I think I used the right one. Oh. If only there was a way I could edit that part out so that you just didn't know that I like totally goofed up twice. That was totally the molding paste, because I can't open this one. Now you guys are going to know the truth. I'm not perfect. Just really close. Let's see what this molding paste does. I'm going to leave all that in. You guys, I'm not trying to hide anything. No. I'm not even going to excuse it, even though I've been up since, This is fun. Oh boy. Okay, now I'm going to excuse it because I have been up. I have been up since yesterday at who knows? It's been way past the 12 or 16 hour mark now. It's okay. We got this. All right. That was actually quite the adventure, especially for you guys. You got to just like first-hand view of it. Okay, so this is not the observant grounds. This is da 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 da. Oh, here's a trick for you. Just because sometimes everything starts to look the same, or some of your colors start to look the same. I never do it. I probably should more, because I'm seeing on a brush. This is wonderful. Ugh. You can sometimes you can, like, if you have a lot of reds or something going on, or you mix some colors, or you don't know if you have absorbent grounds or molding paste, you can just use a mold. Okay, so if you are a bit sleep deprived, like I am all the time, then that may help you out. Palette knives, just wipe off with a paper towel. If you can't do that right away, then just throw it in water until you can. Just don't leave them sitting in water. Even if they're like really good quality, they still will could start to go. Okay. So if we want to add a color, we can decide how much we want to add. It's just there. If you want to know how the observant grounds work, we'll do another time. Just remind me of the situation. Must be weird just hearing a voice. I do watch some of those where you just hear the voice and you're like, where's the face? That bothers me. I think it's because I'm a face person. I do paint portraits, so. Okay, so, hey, we got some of this molding paste. And it almost looks like the color of trees. I am really, palette knife-y wise, I was really into it, like, if you look at my very first portraits, like, they're all palette knifed. I use it now for like different things, but I by no means am I use palette knives like probably in every painting, just not in the normal way. Like I do designs and stuff, so it's not like I can sit and just make a tree for you, but I'm gonna try. It says for you. Where should we put it? Right there? Okay. I should have thought of something other than a tree. I decided to just make something for you that I have never made with a palette knife. Maybe I'll make the tea into a tree. Woo. Hold on. We got this, guys. A lot of some of the gels and stuff like that will shrink down. Acrylics, like sometimes you pile them on thick, and then when they dry, they've shrunken like right down. This isn't going to do that. I'm going to show you the texture in a second. I am now kind of committed to these trees. Okay, so that's how you do it. That's how you make a tree, and I know. Just like that. I'm going to show it to you up close, but not before we highlight the out of this. Get the right stuff. Where did I put the right stuff? Molding paste. So, not that like I ever made the mistake before, but it's always important to double check the label and make sure you're using. I can tell there's still molding paste, I think, on the lens. If I look out of focus or blurry, that might just be like that forever now. Okay, where's the sun hitting them? I don't know. Where's the sun? It's way up in the sky. Da, 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 da. That's the way. That way. That's things. Okay. So that's a tree. You know what? If someone's going to complain about my trees, they clearly have never seen a really ray tree. Yep. Let's take a look at these trees. We've been so patient. Okay, so see all the textures, those will stay there. Let's all just appreciate the tree. Okay, I do enjoy palette knives because you don't have to wash them, but I'm too much of a brush person. But I used to only paint with my fingers and hands until my hands started ripping apart and getting really sensitive to acrylics and mediums. That's another thing, people. I swear, everyone's like, put on gloves, and I'm like, I'm fine. When I was using a lot of the acrylic gloss, not the glazing gloss, the gel, the thick gel, like the molding paste, but the gel, I would use it with my fingers and spread my fingers and everything like that. And yeah, I don't know how long I was doing that for, but now even if I get a bit on my hands just swell up and start to rip. So wear gloves. I still do kind of put my fingers in paint and use it, but I think they have a different sort of chemical in the, or adhesive in these. Let's wear gloves. Just do it. Who has like gloves around? Not everyone can be like me. I can say that because I totally just fucked up. Live on camera, that's not live at all. And I can take it out. Let's see if I do. All right, there. It's beautiful. Freaking beautiful. That's a tree. Okay, well, thanks for joining my art class and learning how to paint trees with me. Like, comment, subscribe, comment on if you want to see me do any of the other mediums. Use them, image transferring and absorbent grounds. If you really want to, or if you like, you want to watch a whole video of me just using like one and doing lots of things with it, let me know. The only thing I'm not going to do is pour paint until it becomes summer, and then I will throw paint because I enjoy throwing paint on top of my paintings when I am frustrated with them. Look at my Instagram. You can see them. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Molding paste, absorbent grounds, molding paste, absorbent grounds, molding paste, absorbent grounds, molding paste, absorbent grounds, molding paste, molding paste, absorbent grounds.